Okay, so we should be streaming now. Just gonna quickly check we're streaming to make sure you guys can see me. I don't see it on YouTube. I now I'm seeing it. Let me hear it. Okay, I sound okay. So let me just quickly post this on social media. As of recently, the other way I was walking around and I was thinking that I always make this dumb, well not dumb, but I always make this thing where I spend like a couple minutes, posting on social media whenever I open stream, which I think is like unproductive. So I might need to figure out a way to trigger some kind of some kind of uh, script or binary to 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 automatically post on social media. You know, I don't know if there's any kind of integration, some kind of platform would be great. I need to do some research. We could do it on stream, but why would we? Well, let's leverage the few hours we have on stream to work on the project on Mina. Okay, so um, yep, okay, okay. So everything looks nice. Let me doubly just corroborate that everything is okay with audio. Okay, perfect. Okay. We're okay to start. So first thing first, as you can see um, on the title, why TypeScript over Python? I remember yesterday I was a little bit tired, so I couldn't do much. Also, you know, we spent like like a week without streaming and therefore without working on Mina. Almost entirely. I did some research on a couple topics when we last week when I didn't stream at all, but not much to contribute to the project itself. But yesterday I was rethinking again, re-going through everything, through the project, through the progress until now, and I found out there were a couple things that I wasn't comfortable 100% doing. First thing, and the most notable one that you can see on the title of the stream is that the idea was to do a first draft in Python, because it's the most supported language for all these AI technologies and AI libraries and LLMs and LLM loaders and whatever not. So it was like it was the most obvious choice, go for Python and develop whatever you need to develop. But Python and me, we have this toxic relationship where I don't really like to build like even prototypes with Python. So I concluded that I should use another language. But again, uh, well, I not should, but I wanted to use another language. I wasn't going to build a language for a personal project that I didn't enjoy. And although this is a prototype, I wanted to go for a solid choice. I wanted to go for Go. You know, there's this adapter for Go in this LangChain library because we're using LangChain for our prototype for a POV, not POV, but POC version. And because LangChain has the most features and whatever not, features, accessibility, and agentic AI functionality natively, support for all these type of technologies. So the idea is to use LangChain, but I'm not a biggest fan of Python because we get uh, like really poor types. There's some kind of uh, way to like decorate some like parameters and fields on classes and to give them some types, but it's not like natively. You don't get like compile time checking. There's no compilation for starters, so that's the thing. Number two, um, the LSP ecosystem is not easy to set up, so that's like a really bad thing. You had like there's like two main LSPs. You have like Python LSP and another one, I don't remember. I remember one is written by Microsoft and in TypeScript. The other one is like a Python version. And I think that's a PyLSP one. And setting up PyLSP, or Python, whatever Python LSP I was using was troublesome, wasn't straightforward. I had to install a couple linters and syntax checkers and whatever not. So it was like unnecessarily complex or not unnecessarily like the opposite of straightforward. So unnecessarily there were a lot of unnecessary jumps to simply configure an LSP, which should be simple. I know I'm using NeoVim, and maybe if I was using like VS Code, it would be simpler, and I could take the time to just figure out how to set up the Python LSP, but guess what? The first reason about the typeless system in Python weighs more in my mind and in my preferences. So although it might not be like the best, like the best decision project-wise, it's just what I'm gonna do because this is a personal project and the idea is to have fun while creating some interesting software. So yeah, that's me. Not that's me. Well, yes, that's me. But again, what I'm trying to say is that no Python. So I tried out. Well, I didn't really try it out. I tried to set up. Also, by the way, also, last reason why we're not using Python is because the incredibly bad, uh, like dependency management that they're like Python and the Python ecosystem has. You know, natively there's like a way to manage like project specific dependencies, so you have like to create like virtual environments which aren't like easily replicable. I don't think that words exist. Well, they are easy to replicate. So that's a no. You couldn't generate that like a requirements.txt file, but that's like manual work. It isn't not manual work, but that's not done automatically whenever you install dependencies. So like comparing it to even npm dependency, dev dependencies, and production dependencies, or Go's excellent module system. That's like a really, 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 really poor design. I know I might be going like hard or heavy in Python, but I really like DX developer experience, and Python doesn't have the best DX, not for developing, and not for the users, because users will be getting like slow load time, slow run time, slow whatever, slow everything, at least for my baseline of whatever slow means, as Python is slow in much sense. I know that usually slow programmers or slow software are made by the software engineer itself or the software developer, and not the programming language, because bottlenecks, bad memory management, engineers that don't know how the stack and the heap works, and I just got a notification, and guess what? I'm gonna turn off notifications, cause I don't wanna get interrupted while streaming. So guess what? I'm gonna kill Mako, which is my notifications daemon, just because that's the simpler way to do things. And yes, so that's my main three reasons why not using Python. Uh, Number one, I really don't like. um, typeless systems. I really appreciate with the whole of my heart, I mean, I really appreciate with my whole heart static typing. I really like static typing, or at least some kind of typing system for my languages. Number two, poor LSP ecosystem or bad LSP setup, or not easy or difficult LSP setup for NeoVim. Um, it's not straightforward. And number three, bad dependency management. Bad dependency system with differentiating like dependencies and tracking dependencies and the version of dependencies. Don't like them. It's very poor. Kind of not sufficient. Doesn't meet my standards. So yes, that's it. Uh, you know, my camera is about to fall off. But again, what matters is what we're gonna do. Because previously yesterday I was figuring out like what other technologies or what other languages I could use. I figured out that there was a Go adapter or like a Go port of LangChain, which we already discussed and said that we don't need, but we are going to prototype MINA with LangChain. But again, it's a port of LangChain. It's not an official port. It's a third party open source port. And the issue that we have there is that it doesn't support as many features as the official libraries do. For example, we can't like really run like llama CPP Python with it, which is like our go-to library to run we can't run Olama as we learned. We can only run either uh, Mistral, Llama, but the cloud version, and OpenAI, but again only cloud version. So like the Go port of LangChain doesn't fit our needs. No, and the other option was using like really like a supported like a first party supported library, which is the JavaScript slash TypeScript port of LangChain, which first thing you could notice is that I discarded Python. Uh, one of the main reasons I discarded Python is because of its slowness and poor optimization, performance, runtime. And JavaScript is not that far from it, but it has another couple advantages over the Python or using Python. First of all, comparing Python with JavaScript or TypeScript is that you get some kind of static typing built in onto the language if you use TypeScript. Although TypeScript is not a statically compiled language, it's more like a linter for your JavaScript, and it can get complex if you don't be careful enough. But it has some advantages. It's a double-edged sword because you get like the full quirkiness of JavaScript, and then on the other hand you get like this possibility of having types. So it could be as complex as you like these types. But again, it's something I'm willing to accept just to have some types. And number three, comparing Python and JavaScript slash TypeScript is that I have a more controlled like I have like a more controlled like dependency management system. NPM is not the best dependency management, and there have been a couple like SBS or important, no, not SBS, but yes, vulnerabilities with which have scored like high on the CVSS on the common vulnerabilities scoring system. I think I've even read with like 9.5 on the CVSS. But again, vulnerabilities, risks, it's all about trade-offs. So that's why I'm choosing TypeScript slash JavaScript slash Node slash npm over Python. for a quick prototype. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, uh, yeah, that's it. That's it. I just wanted to start explaining my my like the title of the stream. But yes, now that I've just said this, and I'm saying this again, um so I don't you know so I don't forget about it, is that uh whatever I just said, like these first 10-15 minutes could be easily extracted into a video clip of why I'm choosing TypeScript over Python. So yeah, I might as well extract this clip and make publish it as a video on YouTube, because I don't have any videos, but that's like a good comparison, or just like a quick video on why I'm choosing TypeScript over Python. Might work on it after the stream. By the way, today we started stream earlier. It's almost 8 p.m. CST, my time zone, where I am, and we're already 15 minutes or almost, yeah, 15, 16 minutes into a stream. So yeah, that's it. So we're starting earlier. That means we're ending earlier the stream. I have a couple things to do, but yes, now that I have discussed everything, well, everything, but the most important thing, which is like the title of the stream. I don't know why I why I'm pointing out to title of the stream as if you have like the title up. But yes, uh, already explained what we're doing, and I think we can get started, because you know we should be clear on what are our next steps. So as I just said, migrating from Python to JS. That means that well, not really Python to JS, but you know, not really migrating from Python to JS, but starting over with JS. So I think we could easily initiate an NPM project, because although there's Yarn and this other Bond and all these other uh, you know like no runtimes and dependency management and whatever, I really haven't tried them and haven't really felt a need to it. Maybe I haven't written enough TypeScript to make like my NPM modules that big. Uh, I have plenty of storage on my computer, so yeah, w don't really have any issues with it. But yes, um, let's get started on it. Okay, uh, just gonna need this npm. Yep, collect MINA, version 1, description no, entry point index.js, that's okay. Test command, git repo. Okay, I just exposed. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, guys, guess what? I just exposed. I just exposed. Oh my gosh, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but okay, guys. Okay, this is dumb. I didn't notice that I was gonna. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that I was gonna expose a token. This is really dumb. I just exposed a token. I don't remember if it was like a a multi-purpose token. I believe. I please. Uh, I want to believe that it wasn't like a token that has access to all my GitHub account. Let me just corroborate on the site, because it was really dumb exposing that token. I know I know it was like a couple seconds only, but uh, don't really wanna risk it. You know. Uh, let me let me let me check. what I just exposed because it wasn't the most intelligent move, you know. Oh my gosh, okay, Git, remote, you're not seeing nothing because, you know, when I check out what, what token did I just show you? Because we don't want to expose any more data. So, let me just do this on the side quickly. Let me just delete this token because right now, just because of that, it would be risky if I keep that token alive. So I'm gonna go to settings on my GitHub. Again, you're not saying nothing, anything, and delete this token. I had a fish. Okay, I don't remember. I had a. Okay, this was a, a general purpose token. I just deleted it. So guys, don't even try to use this token because it was really dumb that I deleted this token. I'll have to create a fine grain token for future Git pushes. Uh, but again, really dumb. But probably should know that I should be more careful with this. I should probably stop using like token-based connections or HTTPS-based connections with tokens to to connect or to push or to fusion or merge, stuff with Git, my local Git, and any kind of Git repo. Should probably go with SSH. Uh, I know that people that are more, I don't know people, but I've heard that companies have like really strict security policies. Usually use SSH. Anyways, as we were doing, let's continue setting up our TypeScript project so we can, you know, start developing or experimenting with LangChain. Finally, after like a couple strings trying to experiment with LangChain, but let's do it in a more in a less Pythonic way and in a more JavaScripty way. So these are the official docs for LangChain JavaScript. And before I start diving deep into this, as I said on the last stream, we're gonna do more, le maybe not less dynamic, but a more less talking, more working, because we're trying to get this going. We're trying to get the project going. I've talked a lot during the past streams, and we're trying to get more things done. So you probably see me reading less out loud or making less comments, assuming you know more things, explaining less things, because I can't stop to explain everything. I have to assume that you have certain level of knowledge. So yeah, let's talk more work, a couple comments here and there, but we really need to get going because 8 streams and we haven't written like any juicy prototype. So yeah, it says launching from user. Okay, so okay, yes. Okay, so launching simplifies everything by deployment. Okay, so I can deploy and apply productionization. Okay, some monitoring. I don't know what, and development by the open source building blocks and third-party integrations. Okay, so this is like launching stuff. Okay, so we have architecture components and deployment. We're not using deployment. It seems that the Langsmith service is covers the whole stack. So you have launching graph, LangGraph Cloud, which we're not using, and Langsmith, which we're not using. And then what we're using is the LangChain and LangGraph, but not LangGraph Cloud, but only LangGraph like native. And okay, so these green two tonalities of green is like blocks are the ones we're using, which are the open source native without cloud need. So the integrations, okay, again. So currently the framework consists of the following open source libraries: LangChain/core, base abstractions and LangChain expression language. So I'm going to npm install savedev, and I'm going to install LangChain core. I know why I just installed Tailwind by error. So while this gets installed, I'm gonna check whatever. Okay, so I also have LangChain community, which third-party integrations. Okay, okay, okay. So basically, all these integrations components are on this. Okay, okay, okay. Let me. Okay, core is the LangChain. Okay, so LangChain. Okay, okay. Then you have LangChains. Okay, there's partner packages. Examples: LangChain, OpenAI, and Anthropic, which we won't be using because we probably won't be using Anthropic's or OpenAI's models because proprietary, they need like third cloud access, like third cloud, like serv- third cloud party, third part, third party cloud access. That's why they need. So we're not using them. When we will not be using them. So some integrations have been further split into their lightweight packages that only depend on LangChain. Excellent. And LangChain chains, agents, okay, and retrieval reads that make up an application cognitive architecture. Uh, what am I hearing? Because I know you can't hear what I'm hearing because I'm hearing music right now. Okay, I'm hearing music. Okay, I think you guys can't hear it, but I'm hearing like some kind of majestic music. Anyways, ignoring this and following up with okay, so then you have LangGraph.js, which is a robust, stateful multi-actor application. What? It says build robust and stateful multi-actor application with LLMs by modeling steps and ages and nodes in a graph. Interesting. So it's open source, and I can model like multiple actors, which I think are multiple agents. So so to be like if Mina was a multi-agent system, I don't think I don't really think we need multi-agent system like a multi-agent system architecture, because why would we? Uh, simple first drafts, simple prototypes don't need that type of architecture usually. But not no, I'm not, I don't want to close myself to potential uh, like to potential technologies that we can leverage. Okay, so okay. You have LangChain. Okay, then you have Langsmith, which we will not be using because it's commercial and again, cloud, and we hate the cloud here. We dislike the cloud in Mina. Yeah, we were not using cloud for anything. So then they give us a couple tutorials to build specific or a more hands-on learner. Check out tutorials. This is the best place to get started. Okay, I think we're gonna get started with a tutorial. Explore the full list of tutorials here. Check out other tutorials there. Okay, there it says like the how-to guides here. You'll find short answers to how do I whatever. Types, okay, conceptual guide. Don't need to jump to the concepts right now. API reference, not we don't need to go there either. Langsmith, we're not using Langsmith, and LangGraph, which says it's a tool to build stateful multi-actor, which means multi-agentic AI, multi-agentic. See what I say it there? Uh, build stateful multi-actor, which I think are uh, agents, AI agents, application with elementary is modeled with LangChain, which is like the main core library, but can be used without it, which I didn't know. And LangGraph powers production grade agents trusted by LinkedIn, really, but LinkedIn, Uber, Klarna, GitLab, and many more. Then you have security, integrations, and contributing. Okay, and we are on version 0.3 of the. Okay, okay, perfect. Let's jump really quickly to. Let's jump really quickly to build an agent guide. You know, that's what we're interested in, and I'm gonna open my. Wait, what? Is there a package called LangChain? Okay, yeah. Uh, I'm gonna move this window that I have for my terminal emulator, which I use Alacrity or Alacrity TY, by the way. Uh, One of the best terminal emulators, pretty simple to use. I use Tmux over Alacrity because Tmux is like a king for me on like window and shell management and whatever, to jump from session to another, to another pane, and from one pane to another. Like really, really, really useful. Didn't mention that earlier, but now you know it. So let's read let's skim really quickly on this production slash not production but LangGraph quick start. So it says you get a jump on running a simple reason plus act agent, often called React agent. What is this? Let me ask uh, GPT what are React agents on their like on the site while I read this that can search the web by using Tabili Search API. The code is fully configurable. You can swap out components, customize the execution flow, extend it with code or tooling, change the LLM and provider being used. It says prerequisites. Node.js version 18. What version of Node do I have installed? I have installed 22.13, so we're good to go. A Tabili account and API key. Please tell me this. There's like a free trial because well, I'm not gonna be dumb enough. I'm going to create my account on the side because you never know. So just let me check out if this has some kind of this has some kind of payment that blocks access to. Okay, it was really simple. So it seems that I'm not exposing the key, if I show it here, yeah, I'm not exposing it. Only if I click this, which I'm not gonna be dumb enough to do it, but I can simply copy it and you won't, in theory, be able to see it. Have to be careful with this, although I don't think you could do much, except of I use like my credits here, which I don't even know what is it yet. But yes, I didn't even read what it's stabili, and I created my file like a like a I created like a count for it. So it says that they empower real-time AI applications with accurate research results tailored by LLMs and RAG. Our search API, so it's like a central. I might even fork this stabili thing and make my own version of it. It says that it's as I see it, it seems like some kind of uh, unique interface to searching the web, like getting embeddings from from a simple library call. Seems useful. And I also need an API developer platform account, an API key. So I guess I need this to create some kind to get access to a model. because they are assuming that I won't be using a local model. Uh, Developer quick start. Uh, how do I get like a quick start for this? How do I get like an API token? I'm reading this. I wasn't showing you. Let me show you. I'm reading this and pricing. Okay, I will not be. I won't pay. Never. Okay. So they don't have like a free tier. Uh, you know. Okay, so there is. Okay, but there are like. Okay, so there are like advanced models. They have a couple of free models, which are text moderation and omni moderation. I don't know why they offer them like free. I'm guessing they're as important, but I don't need this type of models. I would need some kind of other type of model. I think we could leverage the opportunity and figure out like a way to use that sounds like a great opportunity to test out if we can use Llama CVP or Mistral model that we have previously downloaded in 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 launching JS version. Okay, so Node.js, okay, start by creating a new folder for the project. We already have a. You also need to install this and that. Okay, so I already had installed. I haven't installed a LangGraph. Okay, I'm going to install it, I guess, because you never know. That's add LangChain slash LangGraph, and an OpenAI, which we'll try to swap for our local model, and optionally set up Blacksmith for best in-class observability, which we're not going to do. Uh, Create a file named agent.ts, short for reason, just right, and okay, so I can simply create a file with which I'm using uh, TypeScript, by the way. So I have the TypeScript, the TypeScript called like type checking or the linter. So yeah, I have this. Okay, okay. It says create a file named agent.ts, short for reason and act, and add below TypeScript code. Okay, so it's giving me this TypeScript code, which I'm not gonna copy paste because it's not a copy pasting tutorial. This is an exploration uh, that I'm using to check out if LangChain is like a good technology stack for building like MINA, and that's like the full purposes of the prototype. Yep. So make sure here you update your environment variables on top of the file to contain your API keys. We're not going to be needing any API keys except the Tabili API key. Uh, if you don't use, okay, will produce errors. Once you've added your API keys, save the file and run the code with the following command. Yes, basically transpile the agent.ts into another like runnable like JS file. So yeah, let me read what this code is doing. So I'm importing things from Tabili Search, importing the chat OpenAI. I'm importing something called memory saver from LangGraph, and importing a human message from the core of LangChain, and I'm importing create React agent from LangGraph, which is like a pre-built something. You define tools for the agent to use, agent tools, new ability search results. Okay, so you define tools which are basically uh, which is an array of an instance of some kind of class called ability search results, and you instance also chat OpenAI given it some temperature. Then you initialize memory to process state between graph runs. You initialize like an agent check pointer, which I think we read about like our last stream. Then you create okay, which is called like a memory saver. I think this was like short-term memory. Then what is this? You create React agent, which is an agent. You get the LLM, which is the agent model, which is the instance of Chat OpenAI. You pass the tools, which are the tools that include adaptability search results, and you pass checkpoint saver, which is like this memory mechanism to so the AI or so that agent has short-term memory. And then how you use it is that you call agent.invoke and you pass messages, and there's something called configurable. You pass a thread ID. Okay, I don't know what is that. Then you log the messages, like the content, the last message content, because you agent final state, messages length dot. Okay, so interesting. This is interesting because agent.invoke is an async function, so that means okay. Oy, I don't know if I don't really. Okay, so I've used different concur like threading systems. Go's an excellent example of it. Like concurrence, the concurrency model of Go, excellent. Go routines, really simplified async await programming. Not simplified because it's not even async await, but very simplified and easy to use like concurrency model. I really like those. You can compare with Java, where you have to create like manual threads if you're not using some kind of if you're not building some kind of web server that creates like threads under the hood. You would need to create like threads and instant them and handle logs and handle mutexes and all this. You could also use like Python, which is also async await, or C Sharp has the same type of mechanisms as Java, where you create threads and you have like all these type of special types of data and that represent like synchronous or asynchronous operations. Also, on the other, like on the extreme, you have C, where you have like P threads and really manual threading. That's a no-go. So yeah, that's something. That's something. But yes, that's something. Okay, so this code looks very simple. The only thing is that it requires me to have this API key. So I'm gonna try to instantiate, create like a really simple version of Mina, but using like my local model. So I would need to check out what integrations those LangChain JavaScript has, hoping that they have a way to run this Mistral model that I downloaded yesterday. Not yesterday, but last week or on the previous week, the week before the last one. So yeah, okay, I really like this story because it explains like the inner workings of stuff. So it says that create React agent constructor lets you create a simple tool using LangGraph agent in a single line of code. Here's a visual example of the graph. So TS Lab works inside Jupyter Notebook. Don't worry about running the code yourself. So graph, what is this? You get graph from the agent. You get an image from draw mermaid PNG, array buffer. I don't know what I just read. I do know what I just read, but I just don't see much that I think I don't get much of it because I don't really know what React agents are really, which I'm gonna read about with the prompt that I from the prompt that I just gave to GPT. I also don't really know how does graph works on LangGraph. Interesting that they choose these data structure graphs to like commercialize or like to sell you like the name of the product. I wonder why. Why are they using like graphs? Why do graphs have special for agent decisions? I could make it. Could I could see how, but I don't really want to assume much. Anyway, you can save the graph into, okay, yep, okay, so customizing agent behavior. So create React agent, which is like our a way to instance an agent can be great for simple agents, but sometimes you need something more powerful. LangGraph really shines when you need a more fine-grained control over agents behavior. Uh, oh, wait a sec. Kind of sleepy now, so I'm yawning. Um, it says that LangGraph provides this like a more fine-grained control over agents' behavior, but if I remember, LangGraph comes from not like Create React Agent comes from LangGraph too, but it's like a pre-built module, as I'm assuming because it says pre-built here. So the following code creates an agent with the same behavior as the example above, but you can clearly see the execution logic and how you could customize it. I think we wouldn't need like a pre-built agent instantiation method because we're trying to build a more complex thing instead of just simply React. Although I don't really know what is React, we'll read about it in a couple secs. So it says update the code in your agent file to match the example below. Once again, no, okay. It says okay, so you import stuff. You read the API key, well, the API keys from the environment variables. You define tools, which again you get the tools. You define a tool node. What is a tool node? So I'm guessing node. Maybe we're talking about graphs. Okay, interesting. Then you create a model. You give it like the model name and the temperature, and you bind it the tools. Okay, so you get your LLM. How did you define a model? Okay, so previously you only created like instance like the model by passing the temperature, and now you're instantiating a model with the same from the same class, but you're passing the model name and bind tools by giving it tools. You define a couple functions which I'm not reading till earlier. It's not till earlier, but till after I read this. And it says, and you define a workflow. You find a new graph with message annotation, which I don't know what is it. And you add a couple nodes, and you define nodes and edges. Okay, so I might need to read on LangGraph because this is interesting. You know why it's interesting? Because I have this policy with myself when learning data structures and algorithms, where I don't really learn every data structure and algorithm that exists just for the sake of learning them, as if I was in like college. Doesn't make sense. Because what would I learn a couple like 100 data structures and algorithms and OFN if I don't need them yet. So what I do usually is that to learn these data structures and algorithms, concepts or ways or methodologies is that I wait until I really need to use one. For example, in this case, I will probably need to. to investigate or to do some research on how graph works. Because something similar happened to me, maybe six 6 months ago, maybe. Yeah, 6 months ago. I was developing this. Okay, so I had some input that came in the form of Markdown, and I did it like this Markdown in a more structured, in a more like semi-structured format. So I needed to programmatically grab stuff from Markdown and pass them to um, to another like intermediary representation, let's call it, which is just like an object in memory in a structured format. So I had I had this problem issue, and at the moment, I didn't know much about trees and abstract syntax trees and HTS. So I learned about trees at the moment and HTS, and how can I leverage an AST parser to extract or like to semi-structurally extract data from like the full AST or like the IR intermediate representation of like a margin document, and I can and so they and I can grab this data in a more structured format or semi-structured format and process it later. So yeah, that's like a really interesting way to use trees and ASTs and like the different types of trees. So yeah, that's like a way, or not a way, but like a method. That's like a methodology to learning. Uh, the searching algorithms to make them less boring, because I could simply make I could simply go to go to LeetCode or HackerRank and do all these problems and issues, and I'll probably learn about them, but boring, and that's like that's like a little bit boring, and learning things this way. Uh, no, you learn hands-on, you learn on the spot, and you understand on a more like deep level, like when you would use this or X or Y type of data structure or algorithm. So yeah, really takes more time to learn the full stack or the full set of existing data structures, but you get like a more deep understanding of why they exist. For example, right now, this excites me a lot. It might not sound like that exciting, but that excited me. But you know, I have I have some curiosity about graphs. Never worked with them. I see myself working with them. I kind of work with them because I've used GraphQL, and that's some kind of graph system, but you don't really develop with graphs, or you don't really interact with graphs. You only define like your schema and resolvers and whatever. But yeah, interestingly enough, we were probably going to learn about graphs and which I think they're similar to trees, but they have like a different nature. But yes, that's it. And whatever I just said, this whole method of explaining of how do I learn data structure and algorithms is, I think I'm gonna extract it into like a video clip or like a short video, like a 5-minute video. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. You know, I just think that like this methodology of learning data structure and algorithms is the way to go if you have enough time and you don't really uh, you don't have like any hurry for learning the full set of DSAs or data structures. But yes, um, that's the thing. Let's continue. So it defines a graph. So a state graph, which is I'm guessing it's like a type of graph. You give it like message annotation, which was imported from LangGraph. Don't know what is it. You start calling like the add node method. You add node an agent, and you okay, add edge, add node, add edge, add conditional edges.
Finally, we compile it into a LangChain runnable app workflow compile. Huh? What is this? What is this guy? Okay, what is this? I don't understand this, but again, I'm assuming that that is because uh that's because I don't know LangGraph, and I might make some have some idea about graphs, especially if they're as similar as trees as I think they are. But yeah, use the agent. Final state. Okay, so yes, I can see how this looks more. Yeah, I can see how this looks more granular. Okay, you know, okay, okay, what I'm reading here and how I see things is that these guys, well, not these guys, but the library wants you to use LangChain for basic stuff and LangGraph for agentic workflows. So I think we might need to learn agentic workflows sooner that we thought, or what did I thought, and therefore probably should read about um, trees. I was gonna say trees, but graphs earlier. Gonna read about. I understood this code completely, not completely, but 90-80% there. And so let me read about React, and I might, not sure, I might jump and give a skim quickly through through LangGraph's documentation. Okay, so yeah, might ask GPT a couple of questions. So it says React agents are one of the most important concepts in agentic AI. They combine reasoning and let LLMs solve complex tasks step by step using tools. Let's break it down. Guys, by the way, before I continue, I think I'm gonna stream until 9 p.m. CST, so my time zone. So just so you know, guys, because in 20 minutes we end stream, and I'm probably gonna check out how to extract these couple videos that I just mentioned during the stream, so I can see whether we can publish them as like actual videos, or I don't know, like content to the channel, because not everyone is gonna take an hour and a half and watch me develop stuff online and learn online. And most people uh, would maybe take 10 15 minutes to watch a video while they're eating, or while they're on the bus or whatever, or they're traveling. But yes, so what's React? It's reasoning plus acting. The term comes from 2022 paper by Google DeepMind. So it's synergizing reasoning and acting in language models. Instead of giving me one-shot answer, the model thinks out loud, reasoning steps. Okay, so we've seen this on DeepSeek models where you like, I was gonna say program, but you actually like prompt something and you can see like the knowledge of it, like not the knowledge but the reasoning steps, like on the UI. Then it takes actions like calling tools and APIs and repeats the process in a loop. Okay, it says LangChain uses the React pattern in its default agent executor, and especially in initialize agent with agent type 0. Short React description. This is how it works under the hood. You get a question, then it thinks, then it takes output, then no, it takes not output, but it takes action. Okay. In LangChain, the actions are tools like search engines, calculators, file IO, Python REPL, okay, custom APIs. And so there are different types of agents. Uh, you have React with its, which is a thought action observation loop, uses tools dynamically. Okay. You have tool calling and function agent, structured API call. Mm. You have plan and execute, plans and execute, uh, plans, full strategy before acting, and you have fully autonomous planning and task execution, like AutoGPT. AutoGPT was just mentioned here for a second time, so I might need to take a second look or like a third look into it. So it says model reasons better where they can externalize thoughts, React allows. Okay, why React matters. Models reason better when they externalize thoughts. React allows you to break down problems down. It makes tool usage transparent and traceable. It just feels more like a thinking assistant than a black box. And think, act, observe, repeat. Okay. Uh, they're ideal if I need multi-step reasoning and you want a model to use multiple tools and combine results. I think I think that's the thing we need from Mina. I think initially Mina could be a React agent because we need Mina to use multiple tools. I mean, we could make it like so Mina we can make it as granular enough so we have like multiple like maybe dozens of or hundred maybe hundreds not or yes maybe hundreds not but yeah maybe dozens of tools. So I mean, I can, well, maybe in the future we can make it hundreds or even thousands, you know. But yes, we could make it so Mina could access like the whole ecosystem here with the whole ecosystem of your computer with like multiple tools. So yeah, I've okay. So would you like to start? Okay, no, I don't need this. We do know that we're trying to build a React agent. And although I said we were gonna jump into graphs and LangGraph, I really curious about reading about AutoGPT again. So let me move my terminal emulator to this like other window or let's say desktop and let me read again about AutoGPT because we might be missing on something. We might be missing on something. Okay, so empower your digital task with AutoGPT. It says, welcome to AutoGPT, where AI amplifies human potential. Our platform empowers you to create intelligent assistants that stream. Again, it's used on the word assistants, not agents. Does that matter? Maybe. And the streamline your digger, enabling you to dedicate time to innovate and impact. Okay, so I like the UI. I really like this UI. Look at how it moves. Damn. Okay, and then you get like this little. Okay, you have like this little like light blue ball that like loon like moon. I don't know what is this. So it says LGBT aims to democratize AI. Okay, I like it. Sounds really open sourcing. Giving everyone access to powerful digital assistants. Our goal is to help you achieve more with less effort and cost, elevate humanity. Okay, a post global. Okay, level that pay. Okay. So what is this? What's Azure GPT? It's a platform. It's a powerful platform that runs AI systems continuously. Okay, AI systems, no agents. We need agents. We need agentic AI. Okay. For small business owners. Okay, so yeah, this, whenever you see like a really nice website, you should probably first consider or try like have an open eye just to see where they say they're like selling you stuff. Because no most people don't invest like this kind of like quality on UIs if they don't get like like money or some kind of ROI, return of investment. Okay, so it says reliable and predictable specific constraints. Local workflow rapidly create complex workflows by connecting agents and tools with a simple local interface. Okay. maximum efficiency, non-agentic processing and optimize workflows, cut time and costs, enabling agents to complete tasks more efficiently. Continuous agents, okay, agents are continuously deployed in the cloud, running indefinitely and activating. Okay, so again, this looks like something I'm trying to build, because the low-code workflow look is like one of my ideas, but continuous agents, eh. Okay. I just saw something on my left. Okay, I just got distracted by something I got on my on my right screen. Yeah. Anyways, I should continue reading this. My first impression is that this will cost things. So just gonna read this. GPT is an open source agent that, given a goal in natural language, will attempt to achieve it by breaking into subtasks and using internal and other tools. Okay, so it's something written in Python and TS. AutoGPT is the vision of accessible AI for everyone to use and build on. Our mission is to provide the tools so that you can focus on what matters. So it's a platform that allows you to create, deploy, and manage continuous AI and agents, download and self-host, or how to set up self-hosting. Okay, so this triggers my curiosity. Really triggers my curiosity because this is something similar to what I'm trying to build, except that this could be self-hosted. Uh, you know what I'm gonna do is that instead of directly downloading it and self-hosting it, let me just search for a quick overview, or just let me quickly check what do people say about this. Auto GPT. Because many times there you want to build like models or AI applications or whatever, and there's the great news that people have already building these type of things. So let me check what is this. Oof. Okay. Uh, okay. Oof. Okay. What I just read, listened here was okay. To maintain a uniform standard and ensure seamless compatibility with many current. So, guys, am I reading something that does what I'm trying to achieve? Okay. Mm, this protocol is like MCP, right? Uh, okay. You know, this is really interesting because one of my one of my goals with MINA is about uh to learn about like the whole AI stuff here while building something fun and interesting. But if something that exists already is like is like 80% there and I need and just to do like a 20% work to complete it and to complete it enough or to extend it enough so it fulfills my needs, is it worth it to still develop my own like my to still like recreate the wheel? I I'm gonna say that yes, because the idea is to learn in this project and mainly yeah learn. I what I could do is that I could read up on offline like not on stream about this so we could, get some inspiration, let's say, because I don't know how much uh, of it can I use. So what I'm gonna use that I don't think I have I don't think I can spare enough time to to do some research on Auto GPT. But guess what? What I'm gonna do I'm gonna keep this tab open and we're gonna build our first prototype with just as we're doing. And in the future, when we when we're gonna pass like from prototype to building like the full-blown MINA system, we're gonna decide to either like fork AutoGPT and extend it or continue with our LangChain development or do everything as custom as possible. Because, yeah, yeah. Let's see what happens. But for today, I'm 5 minutes away from ending stream, so just want to maybe list out what we've done, what we're gonna do, and fairly what I'm gonna do right after this stream ends. So we were discussing technology. We started discussing technologies about like the how are we going to prototype. We learned that LangChain has this JavaScript official port, and we started like we learned also about we learned that we need to learn more stuff. We need to learn about graphs and LangGraph because interestingly enough, it's something necessary or that I assume it's necessary to build AI agents using LangChain. You could use LangChain core to build AI agents, but it's not like the best approach. Yep. Um, yeah, you know, ending the stream, I go away or I end the stream having the idea of or not the idea of questioning myself whether building everything from scratch or not everything, but both things from scratch is worth it because I have one, the value of learning the whole stuff, or number two, I have like the value of delivering quicker because more quickly, yes, quicker because I could simply just fork this auto GPT thing and try to modify it to my needs. But where's the fun in that, right? So I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna think about it, and we'll see tomorrow what's my final decision. What 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 do I do? 'Cause uh, what do I do? Yeah, that's it. And might be late. It's late. It don't might be late. It is kind of late. So to whoever is seeing this, expect pretty soon the couple videos that I mentioned that I was gonna upload, which are the first my discussion with myself over why Python versus why TypeScript over Python, and number two or number yes the number two video is like my approach to learning DSA or data structure and algorithms. So yeah, that's it. Uh, Bye. Buenas noches. Ciao. Good night. Mhm. Bye.